Fixing a seized motor with no compression. Hey everybody, I had an old rototiller that had a seized engine, so I had to unseize it, and then I realized that after I got it unseized that it had no compression. So this is just like a real quick video. It's an old Montgomery Ward model, so it's been around a long time, and like I said before, it was seized. I would pull on it, nothing. It wasn't giving. That wasn't working. So I had to loosen it up without going too deep in there. So I just got the PB blaster, and you do already know. Got the PB blaster, sprayed it down in there where the spark plug would go. Let it sit. I tapped on the top a little bit, tried to pull it, still nothing. So at that point, I wanted to take off the cover with 3 bolts there. You're gonna get the top one, and then there's one on either side. You're gonna probably need a socket. You can't just unscrew the bolts with your fingers. I had already loosened them. Don't think my hands are that strong. So you're gonna take the cover off. And then what that allows you to do is get a set of channel locks or crescent wrench or vice grips, but you'll be able to grab the front of it and you'll be able to try to manually turn that motor to get that piston to go up and down. So I just slowly worked it, and it started to give. You may have to spray more PB blaster down up top, down in there to further loosen it up. But that's how you're going to unseize that motor. You're going to get it to go, start spinning. So that's what I had to do. And then the piston will start going up and down. That's how you're going to unseize it. So I did, put everything back the way it was and try to start it again to see what would happen. So the thing was, as I pulled the string, because it was free now, but as I pulled, I noticed it didn't have a lot of compression. So I had to go back in there and do something else. Now I did have spark. I was having spark. I had fuel in it. So I needed compression. So just go back in, take the head off this time. Go just a little bit more in depth. So again, you're probably going to need a socket to do this. But you're going to take these bolts out and lift the head off. And that's going to expose the piston, and that's also going to expose the valves. And you're going to have to probably spray those to loosen them up. That's where your compression is going to come in, your valves. Sometimes the valves will be stuck just like the piston will be. Now you see the big hole, that's the cylinder, and the 2 smaller holes, or the 2 smaller circles you see, those are the valves. And as you pull the string, you see how the piston is going up and down? That's good. That's been freed up. We did it by force and some lubrication. So I took the PB blaster, because you already know, and then I just sprayed the valves. Just spray those valves underneath. That's what I did. Again, this is not a how-to. This is just, I'm sharing what I did. So then I began to pull on it again. I see that the one on that little valve up top started to free up a little bit. So then I sprayed the other one again and put a little bit of pressure on both of them. I didn't hammer them down, but I started to gently push them down and spray them and work the rope, and it freed it up and got my compression back. Then you just put it back together and like and subscribe and have a blessed day.